We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Houston. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. He's close to a first down. Gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try to run here with Harvey. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
He's going to take a shot down the field. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Moving left. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Harvey. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Daniil Hunter with the stop. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Headed left, buying time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second down. Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And the Texans are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium, and now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. An even 40 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll give on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Here we go. Tony.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
45-yard attempt.
Barron's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. Play action now. It's next. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
They'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Stroud quickly out to Collins. Down the right sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
Big snap on 1st and 10. That's caught by Harvey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1 quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Nix. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
They need 8. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, like based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The kick is good.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Well, 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Here we go. 118.
A second down throw for Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So, fourth down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. And back deep is Marvin Mims. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
They were able to connect on the comeback. I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that. They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms, so missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Nix to throw. And that is incomplete. Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. To throw, Stroud. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 118.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work this down inside the 35. That's safety Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Here's a 2nd and 6.
On the quick, right?
They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3.
What's up?
Here's Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made.
Here we go.
It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and a yard.
All right.
Now Stroud. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans move out in front by the score of 17-3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. On comes the punter now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds.
All right.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's taken down up past the 35. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here, the third quarter underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Tony.
The third quarter begins with a run. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
19 Texas. Here we go.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. They try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Nick Benito there for the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second and 6.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he's in! Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston.
See the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now to throw it here on first down. That's swung out to Harvey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down. Had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Got it into the hands of Mims. moves this one down inside the 40-yard line. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
First down, 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
Makes the score Texans 24, Broncos 10.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
What's that?
Stroud quickly out to Collins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. First down for Houston.
Here we go.
Give up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stroud. And from it's Joe Mixon. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
All right.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud to the left side into the hands of Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll get that out to Mixon. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
First carry for Joe Mixon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
18. Outside.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Matt Bryant, the target there, and it'll bring up second down. Back to throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's got the first down. Well done there as they pick up a 4th and 5.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Harvey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Broncos.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Here's Nix to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
and 6. Throwing is Nix. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. Accelerating toward midfield. To the 20. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Oh, ready? 118. What's that?
He'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's that? Good.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away. And then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
17 yards, the gain there. 1st down for Houston.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game.
Swap. Love a swap.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. A dive there, and he's lost the football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
That's it.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. They are moving on as the #1 seed. Victory means they lock down another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Woo!